Certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. And today we're going to talk about why you need your driver's license in North America. You need to have your driver's license to allow yourself to have and drive for personal transportation. The United States is a very beautiful place. You need to be able to travel to different locations around the country to see some of the most beautiful things in the world, such as New York City, Dallas, Texas, Detroit, Michigan, Los Angeles, California. Next, driving gives you independence. It makes you feel free. It allows you to travel at your own convenience. If you want to leave in the middle of the night and there are no cars on the expressway on the streets, you can drive. If you want to leave early in the morning, get a cup of coffee, and then travel to different locations, you can do that also. But you're going to have other motorists behind you. Hello, how are you? Tell me where you're from. If you have questions, put them in. Next, employment opportunities. I'm here to help. Anything I can do, I can help you. I'm a state certified driving instructor in the Midwest. So if I can help you, leave information, leave email, and I can reach out to you. You need to be able to travel and go from different places. If you want to go see your mom, then see your cousin, then see your uncle, you can travel. My family was originally from Alabama, some are in Ohio, some are in Texas, some are in California. Thank you. Thank you, Jackson. I appreciate you. Emergency situations. You got to be able to travel. Maybe your mom or dad hurt themselves. Thank you for their hearts. They hurt themselves and they got to be able to travel to the hospital. Or maybe your grandmother hurt her hip and she can't travel. So you got to be able to get them because they took care of you when you were young. So now you got to return the favor. Business travel. It allows you to travel to work-related purposes. If you have to travel to Texas for an entrepreneurship conference, you have to travel to Atlanta, Georgia, the Girls of Trucking, you can travel. Groceries. Picking up, delivering groceries is a huge industry. That is changing. So you can easily carry groceries and other supplies in your car. You can drop them off. Meals on Wheels to help seniors who can't normally get to the grocery store. Healthcare, having someone who needs to be dropped off at the doctor, pick them up from the doctor. That's always important because family comes first. Social activities, enabling someone to go to social events or social gatherings, family affairs, family get-togethers. Those are always fun. Over Christmas, my family went to our cousin's house and we ate, had a beautiful Christmas dinner. So those are some really fun, beautiful times. Education. You got to be able to go to a community college, go to a four-year college. Maybe you commute back and forth because you'll save money. If you live on campus, it's more money, but you get a chance to be in that college environment. And if all of you have a chance, you need to be in that college environment. You're going to have to get up every day, get dressed, cook for yourself, or go to the cafeteria and eat. Then you got to go to class. Then afterwards, you got to finish your work. So that helps teach you that responsibility piece. Living in rural areas, it's essential for people living in rural areas to be able to drive. There's limited transportation opportunities. Hey, the city bus does not go to the country. The city bus drives from the downtown hub out to the edges of the city where the city and suburbs connect. Atlanta, Georgia, Detroit, Michigan, Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, California, different areas. Public service roles requiring certain levels of transportation. You might have to travel from schools in Cleveland, schools in Texas. Maybe your central office is in Dallas, Texas, but you have to travel to different schools outside of the area of Dallas, Texas. Carpooling. A lot of states are developing carpooling. And with the carpooling, you can save on fuel. It facilitates sharing rides, and you work with other people. Exploring nature. There are some beautiful areas in Texas. There's some beautiful areas in Michigan. There's some beautiful areas in California. There's some beautiful areas in Florida. You can travel to these areas and have a very beautiful scenic day. Exploring nature, allowing remote or natural access to outdoor activities. Car ownership, necessary for owning a car and driving it. You do have to take care of your car. You have to make sure your tires are in good shape. You have to have insurance. You need to put fuel in there. You need to maintain your vehicle. If you're not really good at servicing your vehicle, take it into the service center. Thank you for the hearts. Because we don't know everything. So take it in, get it serviced, and you're good for another year. Moving belongings, useful for moving personal belongings or helping others. You can help your cousin move into college. Thank you. I appreciate it. You can help your cousin move to college. I went to pick up my daughter from college. I rented a U-Haul truck. I made a video on that. The windshield was cracked, so I definitely want to cover myself. I've driven U-Haul trucks before, but some of them were stick shifts. I know how to drive a stick shift, but it was a little hard pushing that clutch in. Most of them are automatics now, and they're over 10 feet tall. So you got to be careful when you go through drive-thrus not to knock down the McDonald's, Wendy's, or Burger King sign. Got to remember that. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad I'm helping you. And then next, job commutes. When you get a car, you're going to want a job. You're going to want to eventually move out of the house when you are ready. I'm not saying being kicked out of the house. I'm saying move out of the house. So you save your money. Then you let your parents know, Mom and Dad, I love you, but eventually I'm going to try to move out. I'm going to get an apartment. And then when I save my money, build up my credit, get a down payment, $5,000, $10,000, $7,000, I'm going to try to get a house. Right? Generational wealth. Black wealth. Black is beautiful. Remember that. So you can commute back and forth to work, and that's a really good feeling. You got your tank filled up Sunday night. You can drive, and by Thursday, you might have to fill up your car again. You can make yourself lunch or go pick up lunch. You feel a sense of excitement and belonging once you learn how to drive. Going shopping. That's always fun. Hey, let's go shopping. People still do that. They still go to the malls. They still walk around. The food court, banging, right? Getting them samples. That's shrimp fried rice. I'm preaching to you now. But going to the mall is fun. You get some exercise. You get the chance to people watch. That's always fun. So convenience for shopping. A lot of people just have stuff delivered. Medical appointments. That is so important because you might have to take yourself or a loved one. Easy allow transportation for medical appointments. Entertainment venues. Going to downtown Chicago, downtown Detroit. Yes, you can reach your goals. Thank you. And I want to help you reach your goals because it's from my heart. I'm a state certified driving instructor, in case you didn't know that. I live in the Midwest. I'm driving with Myles. So the YouTube channel has been together about 3 years. And I'm a certified instructor. So I'm on my journey to help people gain independence, gain freedom. You can drive. You can get your permit. It's a process. It won't happen overnight. It's a gradual release. Sometimes people in your home are the ones holding you back. So do the research. I'm here to help. I'll talk about the level 1 process. If you're over 18, you got to go to the Secretary of State and get your TIP. That's a temporary instruction permit. Thank you. Please make sure you're subscribed because I do put out a lot of content. Also, I have a podcast, and you mentioned this. The podcast is called Driving with Myles. I'm going live on my phone at the lab. If I was at home, I can type in information. It's called Driving with Myles, MYLES, and that's on Spotify. You get a chance to hear, I think I have like 14 episodes, probably about 2,000 downloads. You'll get a chance to hear me talk about the process of driver's education and what you need to do. And if you take the time to subscribe when you're done, you're going to make that commitment, and I will too. So traveling to the car show, traveling to Niagara Falls, traveling to Toronto. Drake is from Toronto. I'm cracking a joke, right? Drake is from Toronto. And then traveling through the Midwest to go on a car ride. Those are always fun. Pet care. If you got a pet, you got to get that pet to the vet. And if you have a dog, I have a dog. If you have a pet, just type yes. I have a dog. Her name is Lola. She's a 6-year-old lab. She gets a little nervous when we take her to the vet, but overall, she's pretty good in the car. And that's always fun because you want your dog to have their best life. Hobbies and sports, right? The Rams are traveling. Different NFL teams are traveling, and you have that fan base. Yes, all right, I understand. So you've got to be able to ease your transportation for hobbies, sports, online seminars, sporting events, dating and socializing. When you drive, your pool of possible nice-looking guys or nice-looking girls expands because you're out of your border of your town. Okay, maybe you can go to Ohio. Maybe you can go to Illinois. Maybe you can drive to Minnesota and find the person of your dreams. But you got to be able to drive and get there. And that's exciting if you have a distance relationship. Okay, you go see them. Then the next time they come and see you. So it enhances dating opportunities and social interactions. Community engagement. You got to be able to engage with your community. And that's what I'm trying to do here, to show you that I appreciate you. And I'm taking you through a real life journey of why you need to get your license. You want to help your family. You want them to reach their goals. And what a good feeling to drive your mom and dad after they took care of you for 18, 19, 20. Hey, mom, dad, let me take you out. You don't have to take me out. I want to take you out. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. So you have to be there for your family. But I want to remind all of you who are taking the time to listen, you have to go through the process of getting your permit, of getting your certificate. And if you're over 18, let's type yes. If you're over 18, because I've done this before. I've worked for a national driver's ed company where they had a job to get 18-year-olds to the DMV, the Department of Motor Vehicles. I would travel to their location. I would teach them the fundamentals of driver's ed, classroom portion, driving portion. Then from there, we would do the practice road test. Then they would take the road test, pass, and then go to Secretary of State. So these are 18-year-old young ladies, 18-year-old young men who normally would drive illegally. If you're going to college and traveling away, you're going to have your license because the older you get, the more difficult it is. And your friends love you, but they don't want to keep carting you around. And I'm trying to teach you guys independence, because when you're independent, you don't have to rely on your mom or your dad. We love them, but your mom and dad will be so proud of you once you have your own. You have your own money. You have your own license. You can surprise your mom and dad on their anniversary. Mom and dad, I want to take you out, right? Your cousins. You know, I have a large family, pretty much all girls. Your cousins, they're always there for you. But to drive from your house to your cousin's house, that's fun, right? And then you go see your cousins and hang out. You know, your mom and dad take you to go see their sister or brother, and those are your cousins. Hey, this is your cousin, right? And then on Christmas, this is how we do. This is how African American families do. This is how Black families do. We go to grandma's house. Apple pie, peach pie, cherry pie, All one table full of pies. Okay, black eyed peas, green beans and all of it. Soul food, soul food. And those are the special memories. Your uncle's coming in from Texas, California. Um, and then it's a family gathering, right? So that's how I grew up. And some of you have grown up the same way, and you've got to keep family close. The reality is a lot of us go see our family members when they die. Hey, uncle's getting ready to die. He's terminal. You know, the funeral's next week. What? I didn't know. He was doing okay. I saw a post, right? So we got to help ourselves as a community. And I have an opportunity to spread this positivity, and I'm going to seek more funding to get some cars and do a remote course, help people. And that's where you truly see a regional, because there are a lot of people who want to drive 18, 19, 20, 25. I don't know what to do. How do I take the test? Where do I go? So I'm going to talk to some major sponsors in my area to see if we can get something going where I would travel to different regions around the country, be there for 30 days, because this is about giving. I had some great instructors in college who taught me about driver's education. I had some great companies in the Midwest to teach me about driver's education. And you don't drive over 20, 21, 24, 25 years unless you love it. I'm very passionate. In the videos you see, that's only such a small part. I really want you to know that. It's just a small part, because you can change someone's life. And, you know, we think of people like Mr. Beast, where listen to me, he went to Africa, he dug 100 wells and changed people's life. I had an opportunity to meet him about 3 years ago in California at Vid Summit. He's open to ideas. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could change people's lives by coming to a region, getting cars there, teaching class, a mini session, have a representative from the Secretary of State, get these people here, train them. That would bring tears to your eyes. So Mr. Beast has that type of support system, and I need to reach out to him. And, you know, he would say, hey, are you serious? Do you really want to do this? Put a plan together. And that would change people's lives, because why are we here on earth? We're here to change people's lives. My football coach, high school, my college teachers, my parents, my wife, my daughter, my son. So I'm thinking, how can I give globally? And when you give, you receive. That's my blessing. And I'm here to work through, and I want to do bigger things to just help people in my local area. So, you know, I'm thinking about some online courses. How can we travel regionally, have 3 or 4 cars? How can they master this? So I want to talk to some sponsors. I want to say I love you. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Driving with Myles, Myles. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I have a podcast. It's called Driving with Myles, Myles. It's on Spotify. I want to say thank you. And if you have some bigger ideas or comments, type them in. I do reply, because I'm here for people. I want to say thank you. I'll see you guys later. Bye.